What's up? What's up with it? Y'all already know what it is. You tuned in to another episode of Everything Boxing. There you go, talking that boxing again. Yeah, and y'all know what to do when you come in the building. Smash on that like button and let me know you in the building by jumping in the comment section. Jay West, what's happening with it? Salute to you. Yes, sir. We got a lot to cook on today. Oh yeah, we gonna get it in today. You better believe that. DP Rocker, what's happening with it? Chase Money, what's good? Salute. Yes, sir. And like I said, make sure that y'all smash that like button as you come in the building. DP Rocker, oh man, it was good, man. It was good. I can't complain, man. I can't complain. You know what I'm saying? At the end of the day, I'm just happy to be living and to see, to be living this long, be on earth this long, man. I just seen a lot of come and go. A lot of my partners, you know what I'm saying, dead and gone, and I'm still here. So at the end of the day, I'm blessed. Phil J 508, what's happening with it? Jay Triller, what's happening with it? Dwayne Freeman, what's good? Yes, sir. Yeah, we gonna cook today. Y'all already know it's finna go down. And you know what? I might just, put the number up and look in a little bit and let some of y'all call in and get some of y'all take on, what we cooking on. Yeah. Juan Romero, what's happening with it? Leon Robinson, what's good with it? Yeah, so it's a lot going down. You know what I'm saying? It's heating up for sure. It's heating up for sure in boxing. And I can't wait, man. I ain't gonna lie. I'm so excited for July the 24th. I cannot wait. I can't wait till the 24th. I'm geeked up about that shit. I know after that we got Errol Spence and Pacquiao. But right now, I'm geeked up for this Wilder and Fury fight. Oh man, I can't wait. To me, to me, that fight is more than boxing. That fight means more than boxing to me. Ryan Clark, SUP, what's happening with it? Rob Shaquille, oh yeah, hell yeah, I'm going. I'm in the building. Yes, sir, I'm in the building. Bumpy Thompson, what's good with it? I appreciate that. Phil J 508 says it's in Floyd's best interest to block Dev versus Haney. He wants Dev and Tank on his stable. Yeah, we're gonna talk about that. Also, I was watching Blue Blood. And I don't know if y'all seen Blue Blood video. Blue Blood was talking about how, as far as the Manny Pacquiao and Errol Spence fight, that they kind of starting to lean towards giving Pacquiao their belt back because the WBC, they put up some type of post, because I guess they've been in business for 100 years. And in that post, they basically congratulated Manny Pacquiao for being the WBA world champion. Did I say WBC? I meant WBA. They recognize Manny Pacquiao. What's good with it, Money?
What's going down, bro? What's going down?
The big stepper off in the building. Now, you came in just in time. What I was saying, because I ain't really start cooking yet, but what I was saying is, I don't know if you've seen Blue Blood video, right? And Blue Blood, he pointed out how the WBA they just recognized Manny Pacquiao as their world champion. I guess they put up some type of post being in business 100 years or whatever, and they recognized, they gave a shout out to Manny Pacquiao as their world champion. So,
yeah, I saw it on Instagram.
Yeah, so it's looking like, you know what I'm saying? To me, like Blue said, it's looking like that they getting closer and closer to recognizing Pacquiao, you know, and giving Pacquiao that WBA belt back. What you think, man?
I think that's great news to my ears.
You think they gonna do it? Because they kind of they back and forth with it. First is like, no, they not gonna give it back to him, and then it's they gonna give it back to him, and then it's nah, and then it is. It's like they all over the place with this.
Hold on, I gotta apply that BC that powder.
Yeah.
It ain't that they back and forth. We the ones that's back and forth. They never said shit. We was the ones speculating. You know what I'm saying?
So you think it's us putting these stories out, going back and forth, and they pretty much, because you'll see
a whole lot of speculating and running with the
shit. But you'll see them, you know what I'm saying? You'll see them recognize Ugas, and then it's Pacquiao. So it's kind of like, I think that's where a lot of the stories are coming from also.
I mean, I just think until they make their judgment, you know, it's in the earth. Right now, Ugas is still a champion. They're saying they recognize Pacquiao, but until they make that final judgment, like I said, it's looking good for Pacquiao to get reinstated and things of that nature. But I mean, Devin Haney was in the same position. If you come back and you have, and the person who got the title haven't fought, right? And if your rules was you got to fight a champion or a challenger, and this man coming back to the number one cat, I mean, it should be a no-brainer, to be honest with you. Right. You know, I thought they weren't gonna do it, but Ugas haven't fought nobody, so they ain't like, oh well, he went and fought this person and defended it. Jermell James haven't fought nobody, so you can just remove the titles. You know what I'm saying? It looked like y'all go do them a solid by putting Ugas on the co-main. Look like Jermell James look like he gonna have something to do with it, even if it ain't on the pay-per-view card. So you know what I mean? You just repay them back with a couple dollars. They understand the business and how it works. You know, Ugas didn't look like he was too pissed off and pressed about it. He like shit. They gonna do what they want to do at the end of the day. You know what I'm saying? So it's like he's still in a good position. So I think they should do it. But first I was against it, right? Because I thought Earl was gonna fight fucking Ugas and things of that nature. But now it's like shit, why not? Why not? If it's gonna put us that one step closer to that undisputed fight with Turnbull Crawford, even though Bud saying we still can get some clarity if one person got 3 scraps and the other one got the one. You know what I'm saying? So I like the situation, bro. Bad man, 3 scraps on the table. So why not? Go and make it happen.
Yeah, right, exactly. So I mean, I feel the same way. It's like Ugas, he ain't fought yet. And then another thing that's fishy about the whole situation is it seems like that they trying to, you know what I'm saying, give Pacquiao his belt back, because Ugas, they still ain't named an opponent for him. And he got a fight coming up in August. Right. You know what I'm saying? He got a fight coming up in a month and a half. And they haven't named the opponent for him. So that's another thing that lets you know they trying to get some things situated. But so this is going to be crazy, because if y'all don't know, they already put the Ring Magazine title on the line for Errol Spence and Manny Pacquiao, right? The Ring Magazine title was vacant before. Now they put that on the line. Now, if they go ahead and add this WBA belt, that's going to be crazy, man. That's going to be more belts than we even expected.
Hell yeah, especially with the ring. But I could have seen it.
Everybody eats beat. Everybody eats beat. Everybody trying to eat. Everybody trying to get their hands in on this fight, because everybody knows
this fight deserves a ring belt. To be real with you.
Right, it does. But see, it also everybody want their hands in on this fight money, because everybody knows that this could very well be Manny Pacquiao's last fight, and also this could very well be Errol Spence's last fight at 147.
Yeah, that's facts. All facts on facts.
So you got, you know what I'm saying, you got some storylines to this fight. Now, with what I just said, right? Paradigm Sports, that's suing Manny Pacquiao, they said that Manny Pacquiao had signed the 4-fight deal with them, or 3 or 4 fight deal with them, right? So is this Manny Pacquiao's last fight? Because if he going over there with the Paradigm Sports and he's signing a 4 or 3 fight deal, what was going on with that if he didn't have no intentions? Because to me, if you sign a fresh deal and you signed a 4-fight deal. Was it 4 or was it 3? I gotta go look at I think it was 4 fights. It looked like you don't really have no intentions of retiring soon.
You gotta understand with that situation, it could be with, Conor McGregor. Like, he could have had some little shit set up where it wasn't even boxing related. I mean, for us boxers, you know what I'm saying? So, but with them trying to sue him and shit like that, man, many probably get them dudes whatever they talking about 3.5 or something like that. If that's what they get in the court of law, if they gave him the whole 3.5 or what they saying they gave him, man, many probably go over there and pay them dudes off this, that, and get on out the way with them dudes, bro. Like, once you do some shit like that, like, ooh, what's the time? Oh, we good? My bad. Once you do some stuff like that, bro, and try to come in and sue me, you know what I'm saying? And your business went right, and then they try to put me in a position talking about you gonna stop a big fight to feed me and this and that. Nah, we ain't doing business no more, bro. That's over with. That's done. That's done. We go sort this out. I'm gonna have my lawyers working on this. All right, what they saying they want? All right, settle for this. Get them out my hair, man, because they ain't real people. They you can see right now that they go they just not good people. They not.
Right. Chris Mitchell, what's happening with it, fam? Off in the building. What's good with it? One run. Let me see. T-Rail 713. What's good? David McCarthy. What's happening? Yeah, man. So it's panning out to be, because I don't care what nobody say. When you start putting major titles on the line in a fight that's already big, it's just gonna make it that much bigger. And I know a lot of people say, "Oh, people don't pay attention to the belts. The belts don't mean nothing," and that's a lie. Even if you're a casual fan, right? If you don't even know who the fighters are, once you see automatically, oh, this is for such and such major title, it's gonna get you more tuned in. I don't care. That's why they put the belts on the line. If you're a casual fan, right, and say Terrence Crawford is fighting fucking goddamn Jorge Cota or somebody, you know what I'm saying? Just make up, and then you don't know who neither one of these fighters are, but then you like, okay, this is for the WBC and the IBF championship belt. Once you hear that championship, like, oh, okay, well, damn, people are gonna be more intrigued. Let me see. 50-0, TBE, TMT, Money Mayweather. What's happening with it? Always coming through, showing love. He say, hit that like button. Hit that like button. That's real talk. Y'all smash on that like button. But yeah, man. So it's just leading up to this fight, it's getting more exciting by the day, it seems like. And man, you can't help but to be excited about this and everything else that's going on in boxing, man. For real. Do you see Manny Pacquiao actually retiring right after this if he loses to Errol Spence? Money.
Yeah, can you say, do I see him return if he loses to Earl?
Yeah,
I think it's in the manner of how he loses. Can you feel me?
Me too.
If you go out there and Earl beat the shit out of him and just walk right through him, like put that, what you say, that boy with the shag on his ass, if you put that on, right. You know what I'm saying? Jake Lane, put a little of that on him. You know what I mean? Little of that. You know what I mean? If you put a little of that on him, I think you might be thinking about it. You feel me? But with Manny Pacquiao, you still never know. You know what I'm saying? Like, shit, what can Earl do to him that haven't been done to him before? You feel me? So at the end of the day, that name Pacquiao is still going to carry that weight. It's still going to carry that weight. So I can't really say if he walk away, you know what I mean? But I will say this, he'll be one step closer to walking away. You know what I mean? He'll be one step closer. But if he go out there and it's a good fight and he see that he can hang with Earl Spence, we saying the king of the welterweight and shit, and his skills looking superb, and he out there, or he do something spectacular, hit Earl, hurt Earl, drop Earl, and lose in that type of fashion, then I don't think he ain't going to step away because he ain't going to be able to take that loss like that. With him being that competitive like he is, he ain't going to be able to take a loss like that and leave. I don't think Manny Pacquiao want to retire on a loss, no way. I don't give a damn what going down. If he lose, I don't think he gonna retire on a loss. I think he go get in there and he gonna leave with a winning record. You know, well, I ain't gonna say with a winning record, with a win. You know what I'm saying? He go retire with a win. So I don't think he leaving after this. But I'm gonna say he gonna take some time off and think about it. He'll be that closer to retire. You know what I'm saying? Lamar Peterson had to come back and try one more again. So I know Manny Pacquiao gonna try to come back and try one more again.
Right. And man, let me take this time out to salute to World Combat Sports. My man Scotty White in the building. You know, he's sick right now, but he's still dropping through, showing love, hitting the like button, right? And everybody, you know what I'm saying, put your prayers up for Scotty. You know, he's sick with COVID right now. So, you know, he's fighting his own battle right now. So he's not able to work like he wants to. You know what I'm saying? The man is usually out here in the field giving y'all that good, great content. So, you know what I'm saying? Put your prayers out for Scotty. You know, recover soon, Scotty, so you can get back out here and do what you love doing. And make sure that y'all go subscribe to World Combat Sports. Make sure that y'all go show him some love and go sub to his channel.
Yes, sir. Salute to my brother Scott, man. Get well, man. You know we praying for you, bro. Hate to see you in that position, bro. But if anybody can get through it, it's you, bro. So like he said, man, y'all throw them prayers up for our brother, man. And go subscribe to his channel so when you come back, you can feel the love that way. You know what I mean? But keep on pushing, Scott, man. You gonna beat it. You gonna beat it, champ. You know we riding for you, man.
Yeah, man, no doubt, Scotty. And Knockout Boxer 86 TV, what's happening with it? He said, hope y'all had a good holiday. Glad Tooth doing better. Money been struggling with that too.
It ain't getting better, man. I'm just working the remedies, dog. You know, it's like a hard head ass dude. You feel me? Somebody gonna go somewhere, then you find a little remedy. Or key, I'm okay. No, damn well I ain't okay. But we gonna get through it though. But man, listen, we gonna throw them prayers up for Scotty, man. What I'm dealing with, I can handle it. You feel me? We gonna start this little Scott. But I appreciate you.
Live through a toothache.
Huh?
I said, yeah, I said a toothache ain't life threatening.
Yeah. Oh, man, I better show my brother Scott that love.
Right. And my man Zenith 360 off in the building, always coming through showing love. He say, salute, fam. I think Pac winner. He says, I think if Pac win or don't lose badly, he will still try to fight McGregor. That's if McGregor wins. Prayer and recovery to World Combat Sports. Don't wish it on nobody, man. That's real. That's real, Zenith. And my man Mike Rhyme in the super chat, he says, I think he's done after this fight. Everybody that has got into the ring with Spence need extra time to recover. Yeah. Hey, man, that's some real shit. You ain't lying about that. Big Truck Trap Star, what's happening with it? David McCarthy said, you heard we coshed for Root. He up and coming fights. He said fights in my gym. He's a third. He said he's a third matchroom fight. Last was Esponza, some brawl. Espinoza, my bad. Last was Espinoza, some brawl. Check out his hungry in real old school. Check him out. He's hungry in real old school. Cash for Root.
Oh yeah, I heard of Cash for Root. I heard him David report.
I gotta go check him out. Man. But yeah, man. Pacquiao, man. I still want to see the rematch with him and Keith Thurman, dog. You know what I'm saying? What'd you say?
I ain't say that. He's doing all the same. No,
man, I think that might have been my phone or something. But no, yeah, I still want to see,
bro.
Huh?
That was me.
Oh, okay.
I said,
no. You don't want to see that rematch?
Nah, he ain't going back towards Keith Thurman, bro. Look, Keith Thurman.
But I'm saying, is that a fight that you would like to see?
If they do it over, I won't mind it because that shit was close, bro. Like I say, Keith Thurman was a couple of boxing. Like when I watched that fight, every time it was just 2 rounds. If he would have boxed and that knockdown, he could have won that fight. But bro, Keith Thurman put some pain on Manny Pacquiao last. Like he ain't trying to do that no more. Like he gonna go against Errol Spence, and then like my man say, I think he gonna try to go after McGregor. But ain't that crazy? If McGregor beat Poirier, right, whatever the fuck his name is, and then Errol Spence beat Pacquiao, then the roles reverse. You know what I'm saying? Reverse.
Right.
Yeah,
right, man. Cause hey, man, Pacquiao even said he was like, man, Keith Thurman hit hard. He hurt me a couple times.
Hell yeah.
But that show you how tough Pacquiao is. Cause yeah, we seen Pacquiao knocked out, laid out, but that was from a shot that he didn't see. You see what I'm saying? They hit something. They hit that nerve. You know what I'm saying? They hit that nerve, huh? Your brother got them birds, huh? They hit that nerve. You know what I'm saying? That shit hit that nerve and knocked Pacquiao clean out. But we ain't never seen Pacquiao just early on in his career. Yeah, he got knocked out, but we talking about since we've known Pacquiao like that, right? We ain't never seen Pacquiao just get beat up and, you know what I'm saying? Like, that ain't never happened, just get beat up and stopped. You feel me?
Yeah, I say Carlo put some punishment on him. And like you say, Key, I think that was you that was talking about that boy, that Ghana boy, that Joshua Clottey. Man, I still can't get over that fight, bro. Like Pacquiao, you would thought Joshua Clottey won that fight, but the post fight, that boy Pacquiao was bandaged up like I'm talking head wrapped up. I say,
but we ain't never seen him beat up and stopped. You see what I'm saying? So basically, what I'm into, what I'm saying, money is that, you know what I'm saying? Manny Pacquiao got a fucking he got a granite chin. Manny Pacquiao got a granite chin.
I ain't gonna say his chin granted because I seen him drop.
Well, I mean, you got to think of all the fighters that he didn't fought. And
tough motherfucker. But
Manny Pacquiao is tough, bro. Like I said, he got knocked out by Marquez, but that was a shot that you didn't see. Anybody can get knocked out by a shot like that you don't see. You know, I mean, we've seen it to happen to the best. But you know, he's tough, man. He's tough.
Yeah, he's tough as hell.
If Errol Spence can stop Manny Pacquiao,
Marquez put him down.
Yeah, but he got up and he continued to fight, right?
Oh, yeah,
so if Errol Spence could stop Pacquiao, that's impressive, dog. That's it, because we, like I said, as long as we've known Manny Pacquiao, we've never seen Pacquiao beat up and get stopped. We haven't seen that.
You saying if Errol just go out there and beat him up,
beat him up and stop to where the referee like that's enough. We ain't never seen nobody do that to Pacquiao.
TKO.
Right. You know what I'm saying?
Man, that'd be impressive, boy.
That'd be impressive, real talk. Knockout. Yeah. Yep, knockout. I am.
Yeah.
Man, hell yeah, man. It's hot as hell out here. Man, it's too goddamn hot. He said his wife and his teenagers' makeup melted. They got out when they got out the car. Man, I'm telling you, it's crazy, man. This shit ain't for real.
Yeah, we get up to like 107, but we ain't never hit no 117. I think.
Yeah, I would wish this. I don't wish this shit upon my worst enemy, bro.
Yes, I do.
Ridiculous.
I don't know why people always say I don't wish it's on my worst enemy. I wish this motherfucking toothache on my worst enemy. I wish that high heat on my worst enemy. I wish the worst of the worst on his ass. That's why I know his ass suffering. Yeah, I know your ass in pain. You in that heat? I know your ass burning. Hell yeah, I do shit. All that
shit. Man, you a fool, man. You a fool.
For real, dog.
Wow. Man, and other news, man. We gonna move along. What you think about Charles Martin? You know what I'm saying? He been on Dillian Whitehead, dog. He been on Dillian Whitehead heavy. And man, I mess with Charles Martin. You know what I'm saying? I mess with Charles Martin, dog. And he been on Dillian Whitehead heavy. Do you think that Eddie Hearn and Dillian White are ducking Charles Martin?
I feel like they don't get nothing out of it. You know what I'm saying? And Charles Martin, my St. Louis brother, I rock with him heavy. They look at that as a step back. That's how they gonna look at it. You see what I'm saying? And Charles Martin ain't no step back. This is not me. I'm just saying in general. But they look at it as taking a step back. Where they trying to go? They trying to get Wilder. They got Ortiz up there. Like they do got bigger names than Charles Martin to get to the ring with. But Charles Martin is still a hell of a fighter. And he got better since the Anthony Joshua fight. I'm gonna keep it real. You know what I'm saying? I'm trying to rush home and watch that shit. But look, he got better since the Anthony Joshua fight, bro. So they not gonna entertain him, bro, because they don't see no value there like that. It ain't like Dillian White holds so much value or shit like that. But at the end of the day, they look at there's other names out there that's kind of bigger than Charles Martin. I think Charles Martin's in the top 10 when you talk about heavyweights. But you know, they still look. They can have King Kong. They can have an Andy Ruiz fight. Like his names out there that's been more relevant and that come with a bigger fan base where they feel like they can sell bigger than is look back at a Charles Martin. But you never know, man. Keep talking that shit, Charles. I walk this earth like a god. You know what I'm saying? Keep talking that shit. You never know what'll happen though. And let me say this, hey DP, ain't you the one that told me about that DP powder, bro? I ain't know what the hell that was. I ain't
Hey,
trying to put every remedy in the book. That shit works.
Lil G13, 313. Man, I'll be out there where you at. Shit, I'll be out there in a few days. I'll be in the deep. Yep, I'll be right out. I already know it's hot, man. My people's told me it's hot out there too, but it ain't nothing like it is out here. I'm telling y'all. But yeah, I'll be in your I'll be in your city in a couple days.
But Ancestor Rage, at that time when you fought Prevekin, right? Who name was bigger? You see what I'm saying? It ain't that he did something for him, right? He knocked his ass out. He came back and got the rematch. But they gonna look at Charles Martin as a step back, bro. I'm telling you what I know, bro. They're not gonna take that fight,
bro. But see, this one thing, money. You can't come out. Excuse me. You can't come out fighting no Jermaine Franklin and then talking about, Charles Martin is a step back. You fighting Jermaine Franklin. So to me, that's pretty much a duck. It's pretty much, huh?
He fight Jermaine Franklin?
Yeah.
So you can't,
So you can't come out and confirm that you fight Jermaine Franklin right next, but then not take a fight with Charles Martin because Charles Martin got a much bigger name than Jermaine Franklin in the UK and the US. So I look at that shit as a duck. You trying to move around real carefully, right? And fight fighters that you could beat. Because if you look at Dillian White's resume, bro, he fighting Derek Chisora. Derek Chisora got more losses on his record than fucking goddamn Evander Holyfield and Roy Jones out of their prime combined. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? Then you got who else he fight? Then he fight Prevekin that's older than Methuselah, right? And then he fight. I mean, come on, bro. He's moving around very carefully, right? He picking and choosing his opponents, and the opponents that he is choosing, he barely getting past them.
And this is US. This is US. They whatever.
Right. That's what Charles Martin was saying. He's saying you gonna come to the US in a US debut, and you fighting fucking Franklin, right? Mm-hmm. You fighting Franklin, but you don't want to fight. You want to fight me, a man that got a much bigger name.
You know what they're trying to do? Keep trying to look good. I want that first fight to get Anthony Joshua around this bitch.
But if you know boxing, and once you watch Dillian White, ain't nothing good about him. The motherfucker's sloppy. He club-footed. You know what I'm saying? Man, to me, he's sloppy as hell, bro.
Uh-huh. Like, you get his ass past 4 rounds, he done.
Big club slew-footed ass. For real, he's sloppy as shit, bro. And he's slow as hell. He always worried about what Wilder's doing. Like, bro, why are you like? I don't understand why he's begging for a fucking nightmarish ass whooping. Wilder he might not even survive in the ring with Wilder. And I'm talking about life. Dillian White is not it, bro. He ain't it.
Right. My brother John, I'm hanging in there, man. I'm back in the middle of the ring with this bitch.
They said Zenith 360 say they know Franklin hasn't moved. It jumped up on. Okay. He says they know Franklin hasn't had a step up fight yet. They trying to cherry pick Martin at southpaw and would be dangerous. Martin to beat the shit out of Dillian White. Like I said, Dillian White ain't it, bro. And don't get me wrong, it ain't like Charles Martin is just some killer, but he good enough to beat Dillian White. You know what I'm saying? He good enough to beat Dillian White.
I ain't know that nigga was fighting no damn James Franklin.
Yeah, bro. Knockout say Dillian White fight like he gonna knock himself out. he literally would last 4 rounds with Wilder. Yeah, dude is sloppy as hell, bro. You know what I'm saying? Sloppy as hell.
I don't even be checking for Dillian White though. I don't be giving a fuck about him.
He's just annoying as fuck, bro. Dillian White is to me, he's one of the most annoying dudes in all of boxing. Like for real. Man, I was so happy when Prevekin knocked his ass out.
For real.
I kind of a little part of me didn't even want him to get up. at all.
And which Rebecca knocked his ass out the second time.
For real, a little part deep down in me, I can't lie, I didn't want him to wake up at all.
I didn't want the man to down the goddamn on the kick out damn.
But anyway, Sylvester 2011, what's happening with it?
Nigga on the 24th.
Yeah, so man, let's cook on this, man. Let's cook on this Jermell Charlo situation, man. Let's cook on this Jermell Charlo. So I just, Jermell Charlo, he did a dope interview, and shout out to Brian Custer. And in that interview, Brian Custer started asking him about the Deontay Wilder situation. And Jermell Charlo, he finally came clean, and he told why he had a problem with Deontay Wilder, right? Jermell Charlo says that his problem with Deontay Wilder is, this is what he says. He says, well, I mean, I might have had a problem with Wilder. You know how he be leaning his neck to us. I might have had a problem with Wilder, because, he picked against me. He picked against me a couple times, So I might have had a little issue with Wilder, for picking against me a couple times. So that's what it was. He was mad because he felt that Deontay Wilder picked against him. Now, I'm not going to call Jermell Charlo a liar, but I don't know what else you're going to call it. Because Deontay Wilder, Wilder didn't pick against him. Wilder said, look,
Tony Harrison, they boy.
Right. Wilder said, look, man, you know what I'm saying? When he was asked about the Tony Harrison and Jermell Charlo fight, he said, well, I like both of them. He said Jermell Charlo is a hell of a fighter. He said, and Tony Harrison, hell of a fighter. But he said, but, Tony Harrison, that's my brother. That's my brother. So, I like both of them, but, Tony Harrison is my brother. That's basically what he said, bro. So if you're going to take that and feel some type of way and get pissed off because he said Tony Harrison is his brother, when he didn't say, well, I think Jermell Charlo going to get his ass whooped, this, and that. He didn't say none of that. He said, I like Jermell Charlo. I think he's a hell of a fighter. And, didn't say nothing bad about Jermell Charlo. And you run off crying, talking about, I might have had a problem with it, because he picked against me, he picked against me a couple times, and like, come on, bro. So you mad at the man, and you trolling up under his interview with PBC because you felt that he was going for Tony Harrison more than he was going for you. That's basically what it is, because he didn't pick against you. He just said, hey, Tony Harrison, my brother. So you mad because you feel like that he was going for his for somebody that he recognizes as being close to him. He came up with Tony Harrison. You know what I'm saying? Him and Tony Harrison have a close relationship with each other. So he said, yeah, that's my brother. So you mad because he said that, and you feel like that if he had to say who he would pick, he would have said Tony Harrison, because that's what it comes down to. That don't make no sense, bro. You're a professional fighter. You know what I'm saying? You're a professional fighter, and you get mad about shit like that. That's making you have hate towards that man. Something as simple as that. I don't get it. I don't get it. You know what I'm saying? I really don't get it, bro. And it's crazy, man. It's real crazy. So you did all of that, you know what I'm saying, and turned it into, race doesn't matter in boxing and all that, just because you feel that Deontay Wilder might have been going for Tony Harrison more than he was rooting for you. That is some real petty shit. And, bro, that's some child shit. That's how kids act. Oh, you gave him one more gummy bear than you gave me. I'm mad now. Like, that's how my twin daughters be acting. Like, why she get an extra gummy bear than I said, well, I didn't count. You want me to count? Yeah, she got one extra or two extra. That's how Jermell Charlo. But like it's crazy. I said that's how my twins be acting with each other. But Jermell Charlo is a twin. Jermell Charlo is a twin. So maybe that's why he act like that. You know, and I'm not trying to even be funny here. I'm being dead serious, right? He's a twin, so maybe, but he gotta, you know what I'm saying, man, you a grown man now, bro.
And
you gotta get off of that shit.
And he the younger twin too.
And he the younger twin, right? So yeah, man, you a grown man now, bro. You gotta get off of that petty shit. I would understand money.
What would it mean? Oh, my bad. Hey, look at KP from Casey.
Hey, he said if gummy bears be fire as fuck. Hey, man, I'm telling you, man. But hey, I will understand if Wilder was like, you know what I'm saying? Shit, I'm going for Tony Harrison all the way. You know what I'm saying? Shit, Tony Harrison gonna go out there and he gonna show why he the best. I'm going for Tony. I wouldn't even understand if he, you know what I'm saying? It's like, okay, well, he going for Tony Harrison. But even if he said that, but he didn't even say that. He gave you props at the same time. So I don't know. It's just, man, Jermell Charlo is very, very thin-skinned. To me, that's what he's showing. And he's very, very petty. Like, but he can fight his ass off at the end of the day. He's very sensitive. He's very, very sensitive. You know, and he got to have thicker skin than that. Because if you feel that way, you probably, I mean, goddamn, I wonder how many other fighters you hate. How many other fighters you hate? You seen them get into it with Adrian Bronner and Tank Davis, and them dudes is just petty, and it'd be like the smallest shit. It'd be nothing all the time. And you've heard Errol Spence in the past say, you know, hey, man, I don't get into none of that stuff. You know, Errol Spence has talked about how he had to be like the mediator and let them know, like, you know, something like, man, y'all don't need to be beefing about this. But it's crazy, man. It's crazy. What's your take on that situation? And before you even get into that, man, before money even cook, y'all need to hit the like button for real. Y'all hit the like button. It ain't no reason that y'all up in here and ain't hit the like button. The likes is way too low. Get the likes up. Straight up, get the likes up. But money, go ahead.
Can you ask a little nice? Hey, y'all hit the like button for my brother Keon, y'all. Dang, we're talking grown men and grown women out there. Man, but nah, hey, y'all. Yeah, I'm with you though, Key. Like you can't be that sensitive, bro, to the situation. But we all know Jermell Charlo, dog. It's Jermell Charlo. We know this man wears hard on his sleeve and things of that nature. It shouldn't push you to say the things you say. You know what I'm saying? Like he said, it ain't like Wilder out there saying shit like, oh yeah, man, Tony gonna beat the shit out of him. Like, we're not worrying about that. Like, it ain't like Wilder just rooting 120, like Team Tony over this motherfucker. Like, we Tony shirts, like, you know what I'm saying? Like Jermell don't stand a trend, but some people come like that, bro. Some people come like that. Some people built like that to where shit. I guess, you know, Mel feel like motherfucker saying fuck me. You say fuck me, I'm gonna say fuck you. You know what I mean? But that wasn't the issue. But everybody, you know, got their own ways of dealing with shit or accepting somebody going against them in their own way. You know what I mean? So I don't know, bro. I don't know. It wouldn't work like the measure that Jermell going up on his interview. Oh, race don't matter, this and that, or this don't. I mean, just get your little get back. I think Tyson Fury go win. You know what I'm saying? Like, but you know, he got to take it elsewhere and shit like that. But you can't be coming out here and then letting it be known saying, oh, he picked against me. Like, he out there really picking against you. Wilder was type like, okay, I'm rooting for Tony, but if Mel wins, shit, you know, salute to him, bro. Even on his Instagram, he said he's like Tony, my brother, but can you hear me? Keith? He like Tony, my brother, but you know, Jermell is one of the top cats in the division. I can't wait for this. It's gonna be a good ass fight. So he acknowledged you as a bad motherfucker. He acknowledging that you can win the fight, but you can't be that. You can't be that sensitive to the fact, bro. You can't be that sensitive to the fact. You got to understand that Tony Harrison got people that rocks with him as well, just like you got people rocking with you. You know what I'm saying? We don't keep Tony Harrison running around this motherfucker talking about, oh, because they roll with Jermell, I ain't fucking with you. You know what I'm saying? Hell no, right. Man. You feel me? I'm quite sure Earl Spence was going for fucking you. He was going for you. You know what I'm saying? But I don't see Tony Harrison telling Earl Spence, oh, no, man, you know what I'm saying? Pacquiao gonna knock his bitch ass out. And right. This, you know what I'm saying? Like, come on, bro. But it's like, everybody cut different, bro, and he do got you do gotta let some of that emotional shit go. I understand being passionate about the sport, being passionate about who you is, things of that nature. But when it's over with, bro, and it's all said and done, you shake hand like, man, it's over. You know what I mean? You gain fans too. Like you can make other people fans your fans. You can have people that was going for it against you, right? That's cordially with Tony, like, oh yeah, man, I think Tony gonna win, blah blah. You go out there put on a hell of a performance. Now you done gained 4 or 5 fans. You know what I'm saying? You don't want to throw that shit off. You know, it's like they gotta understand that shit, bro. They gotta understand that shit. But as a fighter, like I said, I can understand the competitive nature and things like that. But the shit you were saying about Wilder and the measure you was going, you know, I don't feel like, you know, you made that shit too personal. You made it too personal. Even coming out talking about, you know, I got motherfuckers that'll do this and do that for me, this on that. You know what I mean? Like he made that shit a little too personal, man. You feel me? For no reason. So, you know, we'll see what happens in the future. Things like that. You came out cleared it up a little bit, but who knows what you mean by that? And we'll just see, man. They have to see each other. They PBC fighters somewhere. They're gonna meet down the line, bump into each other. Hopefully they shake it out, hash it out, you know, and squash that bullshit. But you know, he was wrong for saying that shit. He was wrong, and your girl was wrong as well. Her ass was out of pocket too. We ain't letting her ass off the hook neither. She was out of pocket too, tweeting the shit that she was tweeting, saying the shit that she was saying. So at the end of the day, man, you got to be, you know, as a fighter, you got to have that fucking tough skin and a strong mentality, bro, and a strong mentality. So you know, I could understand the passion and how you feeling on fight night, things of that nature. But once you get the W and all that shit, man, you gotta let all the bullshit go, bro. Or if you feeling some type of way, you gotta understand, like I was saying, it's a time and a place for everything. You feel me? Because I'm quite sure, like I say, Keith, if Wilder was doing that interview in person and he was standing there in person, and Wilder said the exact same shit, he wouldn't have said, "Oh, race don't matter." He wouldn't have came in and said nothing like that. You feel me? And I'm not saying he no bitch or nothing like that, but you wouldn't have done it. And I put money that he wouldn't have done it. So I just feel like, man, it's a time and place for everything, and you shouldn't always be quick to speak, dog. You shouldn't always be quick to speak. So at the end of the day, we'll see how that shit play out in the future. I'm wishing both the best. Like I said, I'm going for Jermell to knock out Brian Castano. I'm going for Wilder to knock out Fury. But you know, right is right and wrong is wrong. And niggas gotta get chastised when it's time to chastise them.
And you know what the crazy thing about it is? I don't know if you remember, Money. They was backstage at a fight, and it was Jermell and Jamal, right? This was some years ago. This is years ago, before any of this stuff. And they was asked something about Wilder, and Jermell was like, "Oh, some to the extent like Wilder gonna get fucked up or something like that." And Jamal was like, "No, bro, I like Wilder. We rocking with Wilder."
I remember
You remember that?
I remember that shit. I remember it.
Yeah, so Jermell has been saying slick shit about Wilder for years. I can't remember what fight Wilder was going into, right? It was, and I think it was even before the first Fury fight.
Probably could have been Louise. Probably could have been Louise Ortiz.
It was they was in the backstage, and it was at the Barclays. I remember it was at the Barclays backstage, and you know, and Jamal was like, "Nah, man, we shit. I fuck with Wilder. Like, man, I fuck with Wilder, man. Wilder cool. Like Wilder cool, man. Like you know what I'm saying?" And he had to stop Jermell because Jermell was talking shit. Like, you know what I'm saying? He just popped off real fast. And Jamal was like, "Nah, man, we rock with Wilder, man. I like Wilder, you know." And so it's like, what's Jermell's problem with Deontay Wilder? This wasn't the first time he said some shit about Wilder and was disrespectful. And Wilder never responded to that because, you know, Wilder probably never even seen that. These fighters don't be seeing, you know, everything, you know. And it was kind of like Jamal saved Jermell from really going in on Wilder back then, right? He saved Jermell from really going in because he kind of flipped the whole interview. Like I said, he was like, nah, we rocking with Wilder. We rocking with Wilder. We fuck with Wilder. And then Jermell, you know, he didn't really say nothing after that. He was just looking, and Jamal pretty much took the interview over. But Wilder never said nothing about that. You feel me? He could have went on about that, but he still gave Jermell respect and said that he was a hell of a fighter and all of that. So it's crazy, man. And when we talk about how thin-skinned Jermell is and how emotional and how petty he is, could y'all imagine if Jermell Charlo had to go through all the criticism that Deontay Wilder goes through? Could he take that? Could he take all of the criticism that Deontay Wilder goes through? I don't think he'll be able to take all that criticism, because leading into what Sean B said, he says Mel has a screw loose. Right now, I'm gonna say this: it salute to everybody that's in the chat that that I missed. Salute to everybody that I missed, and salute to the Queen Sheena off in the building. What's going on with you, Sheena? D-Lo 404 Boxing, KP from KC5. Let me see. Lil G313. We got Rob Shaquille. Let me see. Sean B. Hold up. Joshua. J.A. Dixon. Don Curry. And let me see who else I missed. I know I missed my man Todd Swindle off in the building. What's good with it? My man Matthew Valentine off in the building. MG Talks Boxing off in the building. But yeah, man. So check this out, right?
Shannon, what's going down, beautiful queen?
Right. So Money, check this out, Money. So also in that interview, right? And that's why I love Brian Custer, man, because he doesn't leave nothing out. He does great interviews and he'll ask you about anything. And he has a way of asking to where fighters like Jermell Charlo, they can't get emotional and mad. Like, it takes a special type of person to be able to ask the questions that he asked and to deal with fighters like Jermell Charlo without them getting pissed off. But he asked all the questions. It ain't nothing that he doesn't ask. So he started asking Jermell Charlo about what was it? About mental health issues, right? And he kind of alluded, like, some people, say that, you have mood swings and, like, what do you think about mental health issues? You've talked about, like, that you had mental health issues and stuff like that. And he tried to get Jermell Charlo to talk about that, right? Because obviously Brian Custer sees it. Like, the nigga got a couple screws loose. You know what I'm saying? And so Jermell Charlo, he kind of didn't want to talk about it. You could tell, like, it was a subject that he didn't really want to go deep into, involving himself. He kind of like in denial. And he kind of answered it like, well, we boxers, so all boxers, we get hit in the head all the time. All boxers go through some type of, mental health. But as far as like depression and all that stuff, like, nah, I don't deal with none of that. Like, I don't have none of that. And then Brian Custer was like, well, your mood swings and all of that. And, Jermell Charlo, he didn't want to talk about it. He kind of went around it and basically tried to make it seem like, well, everybody has some type of mental health issues, but I feel for those people that do have it and this and that, bro. I mean, that's his choice. Maybe he don't feel comfortable talking about stuff like that, right? But I think pretty much everybody see that. You know what I'm saying? He could be in a 10-minute interview and he be all over the place. You know what I'm saying? He mad 1 second, then he's very calm and, and I just want everybody to get along. And then the next second, he loud cussing at you and then he calm again. So, I mean, he all over the place. But he didn't really want to talk about that. That's what I took from it. He didn't really want to get too deep into it. He didn't really want to talk about it because it made him feel uncomfortable if he had to talk about it involving himself. I think he was comfortable with talking about it involving somebody else, but not directly himself. And I don't know, man. And and one thing that he did say, he says that he wouldn't, I think Brian Custer asked him about something like, would he ever seek out help if he did have mental health issues or whatever? Has he ever seen anybody about it? And he was like, nah, I'm not, I'm not going to sit down with nobody and have them talk about, tell me shit that's wrong with myself when they probably got shit wrong with theyself. And, so yeah, he ain't having that. But I don't know. I think that maybe he needs a publicist. Because his emotions is just too high. You know what I'm saying? Like, you hear Floyd Mayweather talking for Tank Davis all the time, right? And we like, man, Tank need to talk for himself. Let Tank talk. I think Tank, his head is all good enough to talk for himself. Maybe Jermell Charlo needs somebody like Floyd Mayweather answering all his questions and talking for him. That's how I look at it, you know. But anyway, KP from KC5 say whole money. Hey, man, dude, crazy, man. But what you take on that, Money?
Yeah, I can feel him on that situation. He probably feel like Brian. You know him, man. How emotional he is. He probably feel like Brian Custer. Brian Custer. Hope I'm saying the man name right. Right, just attacking him on that situation, especially when you're doing the interview. You know what I'm saying?
Well, no, he didn't get mad at Brian Custer. He was calm about the situation. He just didn't feel comfortable talking about it when it pertained to himself. That's what I got.
That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm talking about. Pertaining to him. He probably felt like it was an attack on him for us. I ain't gonna say like Brian Custer attacking him and things of that nature, but sometimes if you come to him, you feel like shit. You talking about me? Like, no, I don't need it. I mean, we all deal with some type of goddamn mental health. Like you said, I do agree with that, even with boxers in that situation. But we just know Jermell Charlo, he emotional, bro. He wears hard on his sleeve. Like, that's him. I don't think he need a publicist because I think he do good in promoting himself. You know what I mean? Sometimes he say things that at the wrong time. You feel me? But for us, him, he got to say it on right. You know what I mean? He know how to calm himself down. But sometimes that motherfucker, he just he got energy, bro. His ass got energy. You feel me? And what he say, sometimes motherfucker might not like what he say, but he's speaking his mind. And that's the only thing I got with it. Like, you say some things at the wrong time where it shouldn't be said. You know what I mean? But right now, Jermell Charlo, we all know how Jermell Charlo is. Like, we should know. Well, I ain't gonna say we all should know, but we should know shit at any minute. Shit, he'll be talking cool. The next minute, that motherfucker be a walking ticket bomb. You feel me? But I got cousins like that, so I know how to deal with them type of motherfuckers. But at the same time, him on that level, him being who he is, right? Especially if you're rich as fuck. You know what I mean? If you're rich as fuck, you damn sure go feel a sense of I don't give a fuck. And I think he got that sense of I don't give a fuck. But sometimes he got to step back and look at himself too. Like, all right, man, I just can't say what the fuck I want to say at any time. You know what I'm saying? But I do think shit, boxers that get punched in the head, a lot of them motherfuckers might have a little mental issue. I said all the time, a body ain't made to be beat on, and your brain ain't made to be shook. You feel me? That shit is real as fuck. So at the end of the day, I say shit, you know, let him be him, but he just gonna have to learn how to control his emotions on some things. You know what I'm saying? On some things, and that's just what it is. But do I think he got real mental issues? No, I don't think so. I
just think he's bipolar.
I don't even think he's bipolar. I just think he's just a motherfucking, he a walking ticket bomb. That motherfucker a walking ticket bomb at any minute. Cause Jamal, he cool and calm. Jermell he just hyper, bro. He just hyper. You know what I'm saying? But his ass, I don't know. You gotta like Brian Custer when he sit down. You see how he looking in that mode. Sometimes maybe just have your guards up all the time, bro. Just have your guards up all the time. And he one of them motherfuckers that think it's him against the world, and he think everybody against him. No matter what you
watch the interview, Money, he didn't answer it like with a Matt, like he answered it with a smile on his face. He wasn't, you know what I'm saying? He didn't answer it like he was pissed off or he was aggravated like you usually see Mel. He was cool about it, but it just didn't seem like, to what I'm trying to say is the way that he was answering it didn't seem like that he was comfortable with talking about that situation involving himself. You feel me? So because the way he was kind of like, well, he was kind of answering it when it involving other people, but going around it when, you know what I'm saying, when it was directly towards himself. But he wasn't mad or you know, like that. I just took it that he really didn't, you know, feel comfortable with getting too deep into it involving himself.
Sean B, it's a lot of normal people that's walking, taking wrong. So I don't know what you're talking about. But at the end of the day, yeah, I can understand it, man. But I know Jermell, I know what he is. Like I say, I got a lot of family that act like that motherfucker. So I'm used to that type of shit.
Right. Zenith 360, what's happening with it? He said, Mel don't need a publicist, he need an exorcist. Man, you crazy as hell, man. Hey, my man 503 in the building, what's happening with it? 503 said, who hated on Wilder worse, Mel or Chris is the real question. So I ain't really trying to play tit for tat with them niggas. I think that both of them, to me, was pretty even. They were both hella disrespectful. Mel, you could, you know what I'm saying? The race don't matter in boxing. That ain't all Mel said. You know what I'm saying? Mel's like, oh, Wilder just got his ass whooped and this, and that. And both of them, to me, were ignorant to the situation going on around the whole, Wilder and Fury, right? Both of them was ignorant to me about everything that was going on around there. Because, yeah, you want to say all of that, but okay, talk about the other surrounding factors, that may have took place in that fight while Wilder got his ass whooped, or at least acknowledge the shit. You see what I'm saying? Because the way that they was coming at the situation is like, oh, it's no way. It ain't no way. It ain't no way. You know what I'm saying? Nothing could have been wrong in that fight. He just got his motherfucking ass whooped. And that's basically what they were saying. Both of them were saying. So, I mean, it ain't really who was, who hated on Wilder worse. To me, it's pretty much, you know what I'm saying? They was both ignorant to me.
Haters hate at the end of the day, shit.
Right.
They both got a pocket to me. Big Baby Anderson, he had a pocket too, shit. Ain't the only two. So a lot of niggas that's out of pocket that I done took notes down on, shit.
But the thing is great because once Wilder goes out there and do what he do on July the 24th, you know what I'm saying? Whether he put Fury to sleep or whether he beat him on the scorecards. I want all of them dudes to keep the same energy. Don't try to, we always knew Wilder and because how motherfuckers be trying to switch up, bro. Well, we did see. That's what I wanted to see out of Wilder. I was just saying, how dudes get. Well, I was just saying, that Wilder, and I knew that Wilder had, but see, we need to see that. Nah, keep that same energy. Keep the same energy. And like Malik Scott said yesterday, if you've been talking bad about us, not if you're picking against us, because everybody has their own opinion. Everybody can go with whoever they want to go with at the end of the day, right? Not if you're picking against us, but if you're being disrespectful with it, if you got something disrespectful to say, don't come nowhere near us. Don't come around us. Don't come up to us talking about trying to shake hands. No, what's up? Don't say shit to us. Because if you're being disrespectful and we know about it and you come around us, it's going to be a very awkward situation. So keep that same energy. When you see us, don't say shit to us, keep walking. And we're going to do the same thing. And that's the trillest shit they could have said. Don't come around me with that fake shit.
Because if not, I'm going to make it real uncomfortable for you.
Right. Don't come around me with that fake ass shit. Straight up and down. Brown on Boxing says both Charlo and Cobra missed the point of what Wilder position is. He said Malik said it yesterday. If you hating on Wilder, keep the fuck away from us. Real talk. It's crazy. I said that and I didn't even read his comment. You know what I'm saying? That he had put in the comment basically the same shit I was saying, bro. But yeah, man. So that's just how I feel. I feel the same way about the situation, dog. And that stands for you weird, goofy motherfuckers too that be all up under the comments, under my videos, talking shit. I will be at these fights. Don't come up to me and try to, you know what I'm saying, be cool and shake hands. I ain't on none of that shit. For real. Keep that same disrespectful energy. But yeah, money. What you got anything else on that?
No, I don't.
Yeah, man. I don't know, man. But all in all, Jermell Charlo, he has a huge fight to focus on, y'all. Like I said, he going in there against Brian Castano for all of the belts. All of the belts is gonna be on the line, and this is a big fight, dog. This is a big fight. And I love it. It's going to be a hell of a fight. I think this probably going to be, I think this probably going to be one of the best fights of all You know what I'm saying? 2021. Because Brian Castano, he is gonna bring the fight to you. And we know that Jermell Charlo got that dog in him. If you bring the fight to him, he ain't finna step down. So they gonna go to war, dog. They gonna go to war. They gonna go to war. What you think about that fight, Money?
One hell of a fight. Gotta respect Castano as a champion. Respect him for his skills. Knowing that he ain't no pushover. And Jermell Charlo knows that. That's why he's working his ass off. He's putting in the hard work. So he won't leave no stone unturned. I like that about him. He don't overlook nobody. Like I said, I know I'm going up against another real dog. And what more can I ask though? So it's the best versus the best, man. So all the moguls are undisputed. The first time somebody's gonna be undisputed in a 4F barrier at 154 pounds. So I mean, I salute it, bro. I salute it's gonna be a hell of a fight, man. One day we're gonna enjoy it. It ain't no pay-per-view, it's free. You know what I'm saying? So shit, that's even better. So I think it's gonna be one hell of a fight. I can see Mel getting a knockout in this fight, but like I say, man, Castano will try to make it real uncomfortable. He like when I heard how he fought Earl Spence in the amateur, the way he described that shit, he like to make motherfuckers uncomfortable, bro. And his style is his style. He go bring it. He got a motor. You're gonna have to make him respect your power. That's what Charlo gonna have to do, make him respect his power, because he's gonna try to crowd that space. Like you say, fighters like Earl Spence that like to be busy, you can't let them be busy. And I think Jermell Charlo, even though he's not a busier fighter like that, right? If you crowd the space, you still got to make him think and make him get that range and distance. And I think that can trouble Charlo a little bit. If you can crowd the space where he got to get the reach on that jab, where he got to come around your ass and get his extension on punches and things like that, Brian Castano gonna try to shoot for that shit. So I can see him trying to stand the inside, being the shorter fighter with the shorter reach. He gonna try to stand the inside, try to make Mel smother his shit a little bit. But Mel gonna have to be smart to keep his ass on the end of that jab, which he could do because he did a hell of a job against Justin Rosario. So he got good legs. Mel being in damn good shape, you know. So that shit just gonna be a fun ass fight, bro. That's gonna be a fun one. It's gonna be a fun ass fight. We might see Mel more busier than he ever been in any fight he fought in. Because Castano gonna try to make that shit a street brawl, not a street brawl, but a smart tactical, high-paced fight. Go try to make that shit a smart tactical, high-paced fight, and try to force Mel to be busy, bro. And we might see Jermell as busy as he ever been in any fight with this fight with Castano, because his ass got a gas thing. But it's gonna be a hell of a fight. And I do got Mel winning, becoming undisputed. But I do think Mel can land it. If he can land the right shot on his ass on Brian Castano, he can put him down. I think Mel got the power to knock out anybody at 154. So if he can land the right shot, catch his ass coming in and trying to duck down some shit like that, he can land it. But other than that, I think it's gonna be a hard, tough-nosed fight that, you know, round's gonna be a little close. But I still see Mel pulling that bitch out, no matter if it's hand raised from a knockout or a unanimous decision, a majority decision, a split decision. I got Mel winning, becoming undisputed. But I'm looking forward to it, bro. I'm looking damn forward to it. It's gonna be a fun one.
Tony Lagoon, he say, I got Fury stopping Wilder in 9 rounds, but Wilder has a puncher's chance. No hating, just my opinion. And see, I don't have no problem with you saying that. You know what I'm saying? He didn't come through with no disrespectful shit. You know, that's your opinion. Everybody has an opinion. You know what I'm saying? You're entitled to your opinion. But when you get disrespectful with it and you start saying, you know, just disrespectful shit, that's a whole different thing, you know. But hey, that's your opinion. Let me see. But yeah, as far as the Brian Castano and Jermell Charlo fight, man, like I said, I'm back and forth with this fight. I'm back and forth. It's a 50-50 fight. Some days I feel like Brian Castano is going to beat Jermell. The other days I feel like Jermell Charlo going to beat Brian Castano. What y'all don't know is Brian Castano, man, he's he a very rugged fighter, man. He's a hell of a fighter. Brian Castano, and he's experienced. Even though he don't have a lot of professional fights on his record, he fought in the World Boxing Super Series, right? And he fought against Derevyanchenko. Brian Castano fought against Sergey Derevyanchenko, and they went at it. I didn't finish watching the fight. I was watching the fight. I didn't get a chance to finish watching it because I fell asleep. But I am going to go back and watch the rest of that fight. And they was going at it. And this was Sergey Derevyanchenko younger in his prime. See, Jermell Charlo, he didn't fight Derevyanchenko in his prime. You know what I'm saying? Derevyanchenko older now. But Brian Castano fought him when he was in his prime. And them boys was banging. they was going at it. So Brian Castano is battle tested and he can fight. And like I told y'all before, don't be surprised if he pulls off this victory versus Jermell Charlo. It's a 50-50 fight. I don't see now. Most of all of Jermell Charlo's fights have been knockouts. He's been knocking everybody out ever since he got with Derrick James. I don't see him knocking out Brian Castano. I don't see him knocking out Brian Castano. I think this fight, Kurt came in right on time. Kurt says Charlo KOs Castano in 9, right uppercut by Charlo. I'm going to have to disagree with you. I think this fight is going 12. I think this fight is going 12, and I think it will be close on the scorecard. I think it's going 12.
I agree with you. I think you can get him out there. I think you can get him out of the night if it ain't that right shot.
Well, I mean, you might have to put a little wager on that money. Cause
I'll wager he wins, but I ain't wager he'll knock him out.
I don't see Jermell Charlo knocking out Brian Castano, but he might. Like I said, we got week and a half left into the fight. We got a week and a half left. Juan Ramos, he says Castano getting out of there. We gonna see. And salute to my man Kurt Anderson. Salute to Kurt. We gonna see. All I know at the end of the day, I think it's gonna be a tough fight, and it's gonna be a great fight, man. I think it's gonna be a great fight. And don't forget, Brian Castano is finally active. It's been years since Brian Castano has been as active as he's been lately. Brian Castano is usually fighting off a 1.5, 2 year layoff. You see what I'm saying? He's active now. Brown on Boxing says Castano is going to just tough. It's going to be as tough as Montiel was with Jermell. Castano ain't taking the knockout in this one. I don't think so neither. I don't think Castano get knocked out, but Castano has a lot more skills than Montiel do also. But we'll see. Yeah, Castano, he probably will get hit with some uppercuts. I don't doubt that, but I don't see Jermell Charlo knocking him out. But like I said, I could be wrong. We'll see. Don't be surprised if Castano pull out what y'all think is going to be an upset. I'm saying don't be surprised. But, we'll see, man. We'll see. But, Money, you got anything else on that fight before we move on?
It's going to be one hell of a fight. It's going to be one hell of a fight. Like, Castano a champion. Like I said, I respect him as a champion. He got a shot in this fight. I ain't just looking at him saying he can't win. He beat some valid motherfucker. So, people ain't looking at it like his upset. Like I say, Jermell taking that man serious. He said I'm fighting another dog. So when he speak like that, he understand that he ain't cut no corners or he ain't leaving no stone unturned. He doing what he got to do to be in the best shape of his life to fight, a motherfucking world champion. And I believe he'll get the job done. Like I say, whether the hand raised or that man land on his back, I still feel like Charlo will come out victorious at the end. But it's gonna be a hell of a fight in the classic that you can go back and watch over and over and say it was a damn good fight.
Right. Now, real quick, man, we're gonna move on. We're gonna move on to the next subject. But before we really get into the next subject, because it will be about Tank Davis, I want to talk about the pay-per-view numbers. They said that he did around 200K pay-per-view buys. Pretty cool numbers. What you think about that? What you think about the 200K?
Yeah, they say 200 plus. So we'll see what the numbers is. But I feel like the safety, that's the safety blanket, bro. When Steven Espinosa and them come out, they say, what's the safety blanket? 200,000. I say it all the time. I'm not looking for Tank to have no fucking blowout numbers with Mario Barrios. You feel me? But at the same time, 200,000 plus, right? For Gervonta Davis, that's good. And I see cats out here dropping this shit. I'm gonna talk about it on my shit tonight. Cats doing this, but that's still it's a good number. That's the safety blanket. They not getting paid hundreds of millions or 40 million or 50 million or what their numbers got to be extravaganza and shit like that. You want to make enough to work and pay off what they get. You know what I mean? Make a little bit on the back end and let it be what it be. People not looking for, like, when people see pay-per-view numbers, They're automatically thinking, oh, Floyd Mayweather, Manny Pacquiao, Canelo Alvarez. No, man, it don't work like that. They put them on pay-per-view for a reason, to pay them a salary, right? Make a little bit on the end and come out like that. 200,000 buys is probably 15, 16, $18 million. People not understanding that shit. You gotta do the numbers and see how much it is and see how much they getting paid. That's a lot of fucking money, bro. So when we look at the situation, I think it's good for Gervonta Davis and Mario Barrios. His second pay-per-view. You know what I'm saying? Still at a consistent number of 200. So you see, he still can sell. If you put him in with the right name, it's only gonna get bigger. You know what I'm saying? So at the end of the day, I feel like it's a great number. I ain't gonna say great, but it's a good number for Tank. It's a good number for Tank. It's not bad for a 26-year-old, 25-year-old going out there on pay-per-view in his second pay-per-view against a motherfucker that ain't really big time like that. You carrying the weight yourself in Atlanta. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, I give him his credit, bro, and we'll see what goes on down the line. But if they do want the big number, they go see. You got to put him in there with the big names. You know what I'm saying? So at the end of the day, we'll see how it play out, though. But I'm not going to come out here and try to, down Tank like these cats doing, saying this stupid ass shit. You feel me? But it is what it is, man. He'll be back on pay-per-view. They ain't going to discourage them from stopping him from being on pay-per-view. We'll just see how what his numbers do in the future.
Okay, so with all of that being said, right? With all of that being said, Leonard Ellerbee, he said that the casuals, he said that the diehard boxing fans really don't matter. He says because it doesn't matter who Tank fights, he's going to sell. He's going to do huge. And this is what Leonard Ellerbee is saying. He said it don't matter who they put Tank in the ring with. Because the casual fan, the diehard boxing fans like us, he said they don't really matter. He says it's the casual fans, right? He says Tank Davis sold out the arena and was going to do great pay-per-view numbers, and nobody knew who Mario Barrios was. Well, he's pretty much right with that. Nobody knew who Mario Barrios was. So what Leonard Ellerbee was saying is, look, it don't matter. We'll put Tank in there with anybody. He's still going to sell. So none of that shit matters because they just coming to see Tank Davis. They don't even really know shit about boxing. They just coming to see Tank Davis because they like Tank Davis. So what he was telling you is we're going to continue to move how we want to move because you're still going to watch Tank Davis because it's Tank Davis. We don't have to put him in the ring with these other fighters that you want us to put him in the ring with. Because you're still going to pay for it at the end of the day. And at the end of the day, the fans that really matter to us, who we're trying to reach out to, is the casual fans. And the casual fans going to pay for it because they like Tank Davis. That's what Leonard Ellerbee was telling y'all. That's what he said in a recent interview, summing it all up in a nutshell. Right. So, Devin Haney and Bill Haney, they feel some type of way about that because they saying like, okay, they have a problem, right? And you know what I'm saying? Y'all can let me know. A lot of people feel that Leonard Ellerbee and Floyd Mayweather are ducking names like Devin Haney for Tank Davis. You know what I'm saying? Bill Haney is like, why did this man move up 2 whole weight divisions when you got fighters like Devin Haney that's been calling you out? You know what I'm saying? That have a bigger name, right? And so Money said that once you get him in the ring, right? If you put a name that people know, your pay-per-view numbers are gonna go way up. So my question is a fight with Devin Haney, right? And I'm using Devin Haney because Bill Haney just spoke on it. So it's other fighters out there, but a fight with Devin Haney, that's a much bigger name than Mario Barrios. I think that fight would do great pay-per-view numbers, right? It'll be great because if you want Tank Davis to be a super duper mega star, you want him to do huge pay-per-view numbers. You want him to next pay-per-view, you want him to get in the 300,000s, right? So Leonard Ellerbee, Floyd Mayweather said, look, we're not fighting nobody outside of this bubble. If they not with PBC and TMT, we ain't giving none of them dudes no payday. We ain't fighting none of them dudes. So you got Devin Haney and Bill Haney. They looking and they like, okay, bet. Bet. We can take that. If they ain't fighting nobody else unless they on PBC or TMT, we'll accept that. Cool. But then you turn right around and say, the only fight we want next is Ryan Garcia. We want Ryan Garcia. So Devin Haney and Bill Haney, they looking at this shit like, bruh, I thought you just said you don't want to fight nobody outside of the TMT or PBC circle, but then you calling for a fighter, Ryan Garcia, that fights on the same network under the same promotional banner that we do. So it's kind of conflicting, right? It's conflicting. And then Leonard Ellerbee, he also said that Tank Davis and Ryan Garcia is the biggest fight that can be made in all of boxing. He says there's no fight in boxing that'll be bigger than Tank Davis and Ryan Garcia. And I'm trying to figure out where is he getting his numbers from, because Ryan Garcia's, yeah, he got a whole bunch of Instagram followers, but let's keep it 100. Those Instagram followers, they don't translate to views in the boxing ring. If you go look at Ryan Garcia's numbers, right, his numbers are not translating with what his Instagram followers look like. And another thing, and I know Leonard Ellerbee and Floyd Mayweather know this, and I'm not saying that Ryan Garcia has done this. You can actually, it's some, you know what I'm saying, you can actually buy followers on Instagram. I see that shit pop up on, I don't even really mess with Instagram that heavy, but I see it pop up on Instagram all the time, where you can buy, you know, you could buy 100,000 followers or buy this. And I'm not saying that Ryan Garcia did that, but I'm saying it's a possibility, because if you get the numbers that he's putting up, right, on the zone when he fights, and you go look at the Instagram followers, it's not adding up. Ryan Garcia is no bigger name in boxing than Devin Haney is. So how is he telling me that Ryan Garcia and Tank Davis is going to be the biggest fight in all of boxing by far? You telling me it's going to be bigger than Wilder Fury? You telling me that it's going to be bigger than Errol Spence and Manny Pacquiao? Bro, you're not making sense. So Leonard Ellerbee is trying to oversell you some shit, right? He's trying to see what Leonard Ellerbee is trying to do. He's trying to oversell you a fight and trying to make it sound like, well, the only reason we're going to go out the bubble and fight Ryan Garcia because that's the biggest fight in boxing that can be made, right? I see what he's doing. That's the biggest fight. So now I don't have to answer questions. Well, why are we fighting Ryan Garcia and not Devin Haney or one of these other guys, right? Now he just answered the question, right? He just answered two questions in one without having to really answer for it, because he's just going to tell you like, oh, that's the biggest fight in all of boxing. Nothing else touches it. That's why we're going to choose him over Devin Haney, but it's not. It's a lie. And I don't care what nobody say. It's not. That fight to me is no bigger than Devin Haney. And it might not even be as big as Devin Haney and Tank Davis. Might not be. Because Ryan Garcia is not drawing like that. Now, before I give it to Money, one thing I did notice, right? I was watching Trill Boxing Talk the other morning, and Black Fight Fan said some shit that, you know, that was interesting to me, man. He said that Tank Davis is just now starting to make the money that Devin Haney been making for years. So he said Tank Davis is just now starting to make the money that Devin Haney been making for years. If that's true, like I said, I don't know how much money neither one of these fighters is making, to tell you the truth. But if that is true, Devin Haney getting that bag. Because I thought because from what I know, Tank Davis been getting the bag for a minute. You know what I'm saying? Tank Davis looked like he been getting the bag for a minute. But if that's true, Devin Haney, hey, they business over that way is right. So it's like, if that is true, y'all both getting that big bag. What's the problem? See, the problem is whether you want to admit it or not, and this don't have nothing to do with Tank Davis, so don't come off in here with that, he hating on Tank Davis again. This has everything to do with Leonard Ellerbee and Floyd Mayweather. You can deny it if you want to, and you can try to act like it's not happening like that. The reason they want Ryan Garcia is because they look at Ryan Garcia as somebody that they can walk through. You know what I'm saying? They looking at Ryan Garcia as an easy road, right? They doing everything they can to get to a big payday and with an easy road. Don't have nothing to do with Tank Davis. He just fight who they put in front of him. He's told you that. I fight who my team put in front of me, right? But Devin Haney ain't looking for the easy road. Bill Haney ain't looking for the easy road. They looking for all the smoke. So the reason that you keep hearing Leonard Ellerbee telling you, and Floyd Mayweather saying, we're not fighting nobody outside the bubble, and then they'll turn around and tell you, but we want to fight Ryan Garcia, is because they look at Ryan Garcia as a big enough name, but an easy road. They think that Tank is going to go in there and touch Ryan Garcia, and Ryan Garcia going to go to sleep. So they like, you know what I'm saying? We going to go ahead and cash out, get this bag, and continue to move on. How we moving? But people see that. People seeing that. But he's telling y'all at the same time, the diehard fans, we don't care about y'all diehard fans. He's saying that. We don't care. We're looking at the casual fans because Tank is filling up arenas, and 80% of these people don't know shit about his opponent. They don't care who the opponent is, which, you know, is somewhat true because I'm pretty sure that hardly anybody in that arena knew who Mario Barrios was. But my question is, before I pass it to Money, wouldn't you want to do bigger pay-per-view numbers? Wouldn't you want to do a fight where the diehards and the casuals are going to want to go and buy the pay-per-view and all of that? But he don't care about that because he's telling you that if you're a diehard, you're going to pay to see Tank anyway because it's Tank Davis and he's excited. And he, you know, he telling the truth. He telling the truth, you know, pretty much. But people see what they doing. And I know why they're picking Ryan Garcia. But don't get me wrong. Ryan Garcia might not be as easy as they think he is at the end of the day. So we will see. But I don't think the Ryan Garcia fight will be made because I don't think that Oscar De La Hoya wants any part of Tank Davis. And Knockout Boxing 86 says 140 Regis or Taylor 135. He said 140 Regis or Taylor 135. Haney or Loma 130. Valdez. All the other big names got fights already. Yeah, well, they're talking about, you know, before. They're talking about before, and they're talking about in the future. But, yeah, I mean, it is what it is. You know, Money, you go ahead and cook on it. And I want to ask you, man, what you think about that before you get to cooking? What do you think about that, you know, Black said that Devin Haney actually been making, you know what I'm saying, been making the bread that Tank Davis is just starting to now get?
I don't know. I can't confirm how much Tank was making. I can't confirm.
Yeah, I didn't know how much neither one of them was making.
I don't know. Both of them got money now. So that's all that matters. It doesn't matter if one was getting it before or one getting it after. Tank getting money now. But my thing is, shit, Ryan Garcia and Gervonta Davis, they already been building that shit up. They've been building that shit up for a while now. So we know how that shit sell to the people, right? We've seen them with all this shit, but it's just how Devin was trying to get a Ryan fight. T.O. was trying to get a Ryan fight. All these dudes got to fight each other. It don't matter what fucking order it come in. They all got to fight each other. You know what I'm saying? So if they can get Ryan in there as a plus, if they can get Devin in there as a plus, T.O. is a plus, he going to have to fight him. One way or another, you gonna have to fight him. So shit, they going after Ryan. If they can make it happen, Ryan Garcia saying that's who we want. I mean, evidently we seen Dev trying to get his ass in there. He was the fucking mandatory. He's trying to chase his ass down, make him get into the ring with him. He wouldn't do it because he supposed to be fighting Tank. We all know he was supposed to fight Tank before he pulled out for Manny Pacquiao shit. That people saying Ryan was lying on. I believe Ryan Garcia was in talks with Manny Pacquiao. But you know, they go revisit that shit. That's how it goes. Gervonta Davis and Ryan Garcia, like I say, them are the two biggest names, right? We can say T.O. more accomplished. Tank got a title. Ryan don't got a title, but Ryan name to me is bigger than Devin and Teofimo Lopez for us, you know, popularity wise. And they looking at that shit and they saying that shit can sell, and that shit is going to sell. But Tank with any of them dudes going to sell. But with him with Ryan Garcia, they was building it up, fell through shit like that. So I guess they try to revisit and make what happened, what they was already in conversation. I mean, in talks with. Maybe they already got numbers put down on the table and got shit figured out. You know what I mean? So who knows how it play out? But I still want to see Ryan and Gervonta Davis. Like I say, to me, it's just to me. Ryan Garcia got the speed and power to knock out anybody. The dude got real power. His power is real. People can laugh at Ryan, call him lying Ryan, all that shit. His power is real. You hit grown man like the way he hit him and knock their ass out the way he knock him out. If he catch any of them dudes the right way, he can put their ass down. And he accurate and he precise. You feel me? So I know what Ryan can do to win. He's just not physically strong, and his chin ain't holding up like that. But you know, he can cause problems for all their ass. I mean, all their ass in the same. I ain't gonna say all of them in the same box or things of that nature, because some got this attribute, some got that attribute. But when I look at the situation, if they can make Ryan and Tank happen, I'll be happy with that shit. I want to see that. I feel like that's a hell of a fight. I've been wanting to see it. I've been wanting Ryan next for Tank. I've been wanting Ryan next for Tank. I want that fight to happen. You know what I'm saying? So I think it'll be a hell of a fight, bro. It'll be a hell of a fight, and somebody go boost somebody's popularity, and it's gonna put somebody on a different stage. Because if you put Ryan in there with Tank and a little press conference, they gonna have the shit they gonna be talking. It's gonna be fire. Go back out and start finish. It's still gonna be a big ass fire fight to where people are gonna tune in, and because they two young studs in the game, right? Go have De La Hoya back on the stage with Floyd Money Mayweather. All that shit, all of it gonna play a part. He's training with the Reynosos, Canelo, all that shit build itself up with the situation. So all that shit play a factor into building up that fight. Even Canelo say you want to see Ryan and Tank. What fight? He say I want to see Tank and Ryan Garcia. So you know it's a hell of a fight, bro. It's a hot fight, especially if they fight right now, and then they'll play out for that. That was supposed to be the little tournament anyway. How it's supposed to play out, but it didn't. T.O., Devin, Ryan, Tank, win to fight each other. We know that shit just in the perfect world wasn't gonna never happen. But at the same time, that's how the shit was supposed to play out. So at the end of the day, you know, all them dudes got to fight each other no matter how it comes. You know what I'm saying? No matter how it comes. I seen knockout lists where it's saying Taylor or Regis or Loma or Haney. No, it don't work like that, bro. You don't leave out no Ryan Garcia. You know what I mean? You don't leave out no Teofimo Lopez, because if you can make a fight with Loma, we can make a fight with the other motherfucker top ranked fighter. So it's gonna play out how it's gonna play out, bro. Like you say, the truth of the matter is those are facts. You know, Floyd and Leonard go be the brains and the genius behind the curse, moving the pieces. Tank doing what he got to do, get in there and fight what he got to fight. He making his money. They building him up as a star, and whenever they get the fights with them dudes, it's gonna be you know big time fights. But do I want to see Tank fight all them dudes? Hell yeah. Is it time? Hell yeah, bro. Hell yeah, it's time. Tank in a position to where he's a real grown man now. He's mature even more now. Right? And Tank ready for any of it. It don't matter who they put into the ring with Tank. It don't matter. You know what I mean? He ready for any of them dudes. So we'll see how they play it, though. We know what they trying to do. We see what they trying to do. You feel me? I'm not going to knock them for moving their fighter, how they moving their fighter. It's their fighter. You know what I'm saying? So Tank, you know, just in general overall, to me, he the hottest young fighter out there. From 140 on down, he the hottest kid. So everybody going to want to share the ring with him. Everybody going to want to share the ring with him. But you're going to fight one motherfucker at a time. But yes, if they want to see better numbers from that 200,000, then they have to put him in there with one of them names. You have to put him in there with a name and watch how that shit works. But I think that's what Floyd and them know. They know that shit. Like I said, they're not coming out here expecting no fucking 500,000 pay-per-view buys for no damn Mario Barrios. You know what I'm saying? So we'll just see how it play out, bro. You know what I'm saying? We'll see how it play out. But Tank is the hottest young fight out there, and I think he will be on pay-per-view in this next fight.
Knockout Boxing 86 TV salute. And make sure that y'all go subscribe to Knockout Boxing 86 TV over there putting in work. He says I'm honestly tired of seeing Tank be moved carefully. He says, I think he too good not to be unifying and clearing out the top at these divisions. Man,
But
I am
when you
too.
say carefully knockout, you got to look at Barrios. That was his first fight at 140. He fought Mario Barrios. That was a hell of a fight. Y'all not gonna get a man credit for the shit, but still, he went up and fought Mario Barrios, an undefeated big tall motherfucker, and we seen how he fought him. It took him 11 rounds to get his ass out of there. So you can say move carefully. You still got to get a man his credit, bro.
So I do give him full credit for fighting Mario Barrios because he came out and he showed, that he was out there to win. He didn't come out there to lay down, you know what I'm saying? But let's keep it 100. Mario Barrios is not he's not one of the best fighters he's not in the top 5 at 140. You know what I'm saying? It's a fight that Leonard Ellerbee and Floyd Mayweather, they sought out because they thought, let's keep it 100. They thought that fight was going to be a lot easier for Tank than it turned out to be. They picked that fight for Tank Davis. So they are still trying to pick and choose carefully. They went up to 140 and picked Mario Barrios for a reason. They didn't go after a Josh Taylor or Jose Ramirez, even though that they was locked up, right? They didn't go after Regis Prograis or a heavy hitter at 140 like that for a reason. And they told you afterwards, absolutely, he won't be reigning at 140. Absolutely, he won't be fighting at 140 no more. Only if it's the right fight. They're telling you this. So we can't look over what Leonard Ellerbee and Floyd. They're not hiding it. They're telling you right in your face. We're going to tell you what it is, and you're still going to go out there and pay for his fights. Right? So they ain't hiding it. They're telling you. If it's the right fight, we'll go up to 140. And what they mean that by a right opponent that they know that they can beat. Let me get this super chat and I'm going to finish. Let me see. Hold on. Let me get to your super chat. T-Rail, he says, who your top 5 at 140? I have to look, man. I have to look. But let me see. And who else we got? But salute to T-Rail off in that super chat. Let me see. Hold on real quick. Let me get back to where I was. So, I mean, I see what they doing. I mean, if you go and deny what they doing, you just don't want to admit it. It's no way that you can't see what they doing. And let me get another comment I had seen in here. I wanted to read. Big Money Texas Toledo says, Bud generates 200K buys, and they say he's not pay-per-view worthy. But Tank is cool, double standards.
Bud did that in 2 fights, 50 and 100.
Yeah, Bud he never did no 200K in one fight.
But King, nobody discredited Bud. All we saying was he don't deserve 50-50 with Earl Spence because of his value. Nobody's not shitting on Bud because he did what he did with his pay-per-views. We just said on the business side, it's not what Earl Spence doing. He don't deserve 50-50. So what you mean, a double standard? That's what I don't get.
In Big Money Texas Toledo, he said Andy versus Areola, weak ass fight, did 130K pay-per-view buys. It was a flop. How is 200K from a so-called superstar great? Let Tank be great. So this is, I don't really get into the pay-per-view buys and shit. Like me, I ain't really too big up on like, oh, they did this and this, right? But when you talk about it, right, I think this is what a lot of people saying about Leonard Ellerbee and Floyd Mayweather, right? And I'm not even gonna say Tank because Tank hasn't came out and said, "Oh, I'm gonna do these many pay-per-views and this and that." It's the problem that people have with Leonard Ellerbee and Floyd Mayweather. Leonard Ellerbee, they come out and they tell you, "Well, you know what I'm saying? Tank is the biggest superstar in the game. You know, Tank is the best fighter in the world. And Tank is a mega superstar, and he's the biggest superstar." So if you're saying all of that, right? We know that you got Errol Spence, you got Wilder, you got you got other guys that's doing a lot more pay-per-view numbers. So people look at 200K. Well, if you're the biggest superstar in the game, why you ain't doing more than these people? So I see what you're saying, but I don't really get into all the pay-per-view numbers and shit like that, you know. But my thing is want to see the best fight the best. And I do have a problem with the way that they moving around Tank and going around people. I see it. I'm not gonna act like, oh, it's cool. And if you acting like, well, it's cool how they moving them, let them continue to do what they're doing. You got to do the same thing with Teofimo Lopez and everybody else, because people don't keep that same. It's people keep the energy accordingly, right? You say that, well, Teofimo needs to do this, and that, right? Then you say, well, Devin Haney ain't fought this, and that, right? But if those guys were moved the same exact way that Tank Davis was moved, it's a problem, right? You saying that Oscar Valdez, he needs to stop ducking Shakur Stevenson. He needs to fight Shakur Stevenson, right? He ducks Shakur Stevenson. It's a problem. You say that Leo Santa Cruz, why the fuck is he being moved a certain way? Why is he being moved away from Gary Russell? It's a problem with Leo Santa Cruz. But when it's Tank Davis, it's like, well, they move him how they want to move him, and you know what I'm saying? He getting paid, and they can continue to move him how they want to. No, you got to keep the same energy for all of the fighters. It's not, oh, well, because it's Tank Davis, I'm going to change, so it's okay for them to move him like that, you know? No, I'm not with that. I'm not with none of that bullshit. I'm with the best need to fight the best. You 27 years, coming up on 27 years old, and they need to stop moving him strategically, right? They need to throw him in there with some of the top opponents in his weight class. They said he's not fighting at 140 no more, right? So your weight classes is either 130 or 135. There's plenty of names out there. You know what I'm saying? How are we gonna look over this shit? I don't understand how we looking over what Leonard Ellerbee told you in your face. He straight up told you, look, or no, Mayweather said it, and Leonard Ellerbee backed it up. Straight up told you, we're not fighting none of those other dudes that's outside of the PBC or the TMT banner. We're gonna keep everything right here. Well, okay, he tells you that in your face. And you okay with that? But then he goes and calls out Ryan Garcia. That's my problem. You can't say that you're not fighting nobody else outside of the banner and then call out Ryan Garcia. And I know that the thing is, like Money said, well, the Ryan Garcia fight was already on the table when it fell out. Well, they said after that fight fell out, they said they weren't interested in Ryan Garcia no more. They said that they weren't going to fight Ryan Garcia no more. So now, all of a sudden, we don't want to fight nobody outside of the banner, but then Ryan Garcia is an exception, though. I don't understand that. So it doesn't make no sense.
But you don't like the Ryan Garcia fight?
I'm not saying that. That's not what I'm saying, Money. I'm saying that.
I'm asking.
But I'll answer that. But what I'm saying is, real is real, right is right, and wrong is wrong. Like we got to have some type. It's somewhere where you got to draw the line. You dig what I'm saying? You got to draw the line somewhere.
I'm saying they just said
this don't have nothing to do with Tank. It has something to do with Leonard Ellerbee and Floyd Mayweather. You can't contradict yourself. Now, as far as what you asking,
yeah,
I like the fight between Ryan Garcia and Tank Davis, right? But I like the fight between Devin Haney and Ryan and Tank Davis more.
So what you're saying? You want what you want? That's what you're saying.
No, I'm saying why is it always a problem when it comes to Tank Davis? Like when somebody
just asked you, bro, what did you talk about?
You saying I want what I want. I'm saying that
you want what you want. That's what I'm saying.
But no, I'm saying what he said. Why are you able to move out of the bubble for Ryan Garcia, but you can't move out of the bubble for nobody else? That's all I'm saying. If you're gonna keep it like that, you got to keep it like that with everybody. It's no okay. Well, we can do it for him, but we can't do it for him.
But all I'm saying is Ryan Garcia is one of the guys. Ryan Garcia is one of them guys outside above y'all said he need to fight somebody.
But
so if he gonna fight Ryan Garcia, y'all still saying, oh well, it's good, but it's always a but in that
because
shit. We already know
it's a
everything
reason.
but it's gonna be bullshit.
And then I want to know how you said that the Ryan Garcia fight is bigger than a Devin Haney fight. I want to know where you getting these numbers from, because I'm not saying it is. I'm not saying it's not. But you saying that it is bigger than a Devin Haney fight. So I want to know where you get these numbers from, because when you check, Ryan Garcia's numbers are not translating to what he has on that Instagram.
Hey, like I'm saying,
How is he doing any better numbers than Devin Haney?
When I look at Tank and I look at Ryan Garcia, I think they the two most noticed stars with them, with Ryan, Tank, Devin, and T.O. I think Tank and Ryan is the biggest stars out of them. I think T.O. is the more accomplished with the 3 titles at 135. Devin is right there with the skills he have a belt. I respect Devin.
How is Ryan the biggest star? From what number?
I feel like Tank and Ryan are the biggest stars out of both of them. I think both of them dudes are known more, and I think it's a big ass fight on pay-per-view. I feel like they do better numbers.
I'm saying, but what numbers? Because for you to say that Ryan Garcia is a bigger star than all them other dudes, right? You have to have some type. Okay, well, Ryan sold out such and such, and he did these numbers on the zone.
I just know with Ryan and Tank, with the little shit they was having, how they built the shit up on social media. I just know the attraction it's gonna get. Not saying that Tank not gonna attract with Devin or Tank gonna attract with T.O. I just feel like with him and Ryan, I feel like they'll get the most attraction. I think Ryan gonna see it. It's that fight that know how to get under Gervonta Davis' skin, right? I think Ryan know how to talk his shit. I think Tank gonna talk his shit to where that shit's gonna be built up. And I think Ryan Garcia bring a bigger fan base than T.O. and Devin, especially if he come to him and Gervonta Davis fight. You know what I'm saying? If they both meet up, just like if he was to fight T.O. or he was to fight Devin, people are going to be really interested because it's the young studs fighting. But with Ryan and Tank, I just feel like both of their fan bases are really coming together for this fight. For this fight with Gervonta Davis, knowing all the people he know, touching the entertainment business the way he touch it. Ryan Garcia with the people he know, touching who we touch. I feel like when you say Ryan and Tank and you put them together, I just think it makes for that big ass clash, especially with De La Hoya and Floyd. Like I say, all that shit play a part. But I just feel like those are the two dudes they can put each other on that different level, and that it'll be the big. If you mix all them dudes together and fight each other, I think Tank and Ryan will get the biggest crowd and the biggest draw. That's how I feel.
Okay, I don't have no problem with that. And like I said, you might be right. I myself, I don't know, because like I said, I don't know what numbers that Ryan Garcia is doing. Like, I haven't seen him do no extravagant numbers. The best numbers that I seen Devin Haney do was against Linares. So, I don't know. But, and like I said, you might be right. It might be a bigger fight. But my thing is, right, I don't think, and I said this earlier, I don't think that Oscar De La Hoya is going to let Ryan Garcia get in the ring with Tank Davis. I just don't see it happening. I don't see it happening, especially after he just knocked out a 140-pounder, right? And Tank Davis has showed that he has a granite chin on him, right? He tough, he gritty. I don't think he's going to put Ryan Garcia in the ring with Tank Davis, especially with Leonard Ellerbee and them running that A-side shit like, oh, we running shit. This is how it's going to be, and this is what it's going. I don't think that they're going to put Ryan Garcia in, because you got to understand, it's the same way that Leonard Ellerbee and Floyd Mayweather are moving Tank Davis, because it's really their only fighter on their roster that has a name like that. You know what I'm saying? They're holding on to Tank Davis and his old with dear life, right? They putting him in the right fights. The same thing that Oscar De La Hoya is going to do with Ryan Garcia, because Ryan Garcia is Oscar De La Hoya's Tank Davis. You see what I'm saying? So Oscar De La Hoya can't afford for Ryan Garcia to go in there and get knocked out by Tank Davis. And he knows that. He said it in the past. Oh, absolutely. Oh, Tank is a beast. I'm not putting Ryan Garcia in there with him. Now, when Tank Davis started looking a little vulnerable against Gamboa, you know, it changed a little bit against Leo Santa Cruz for, you know, the first 4 rounds or whatever. The talks changed. But now when they seen that Tank Davis did to Mario Barrios, the talks are going to change again. You see what I'm saying? The talks, they're not going to put Ryan Garcia in there. Because if Ryan Garcia gets knocked out by Tank Davis, all of that they talking about Ryan Garcia, that the casual fans, because he has a casual fan base. All those casual fans that think that Ryan Garcia is unstoppable, that shit's going to go away. And now you're going to start hearing people say, well, he's just a model. He needs to go back to modeling. And you know how, especially casual fans, you know how they talk. So De La Hoya knows that. He's not going to put him in the ring with him. So with that being said, now you have Devin Haney. Now you got, you don't want to go outside of the bubble, right? If you stick into that, you have Devin Haney now. So what happens at that time? What happens then, right? Is it still the pass if Ryan Garcia is off the table? I just want to know.
What you say?
You didn't hear nothing I said?
Yeah, I heard you say something. You said something about Devin Haney. You say,
let me read these comments. PLG Ski say facts. They not putting Ryan nowhere near Tank. So basically, money be in the background, do all type of shit. What you say, huh? Hey, basically, man, if Oscar De La Hoya refuses to put Ryan Garcia in the ring with Tank Davis, what happens next? Devin Haney is right there on the zone, right? Just like Ryan Garcia is. What happens next? Do Tank get a pass then? If Devin Haney's wide open, like, hey, I'm still right here. What's happening? Let's make a fight between us. And then they move around Devin Haney.
I don't know what happened there. You ought to ask Leonard Floyd that. I know what they're trying to do. They're trying to get Ryan Garcia. So
I'm asking you.
Well,
no, I'm asking you. Are you cool with that if they still skip around Devin Haney?
Shayna Floyd Mayweather? No, I already said I want to see him fight either of them dudes. It don't matter in what order. If they don't fight Devin Haney, yeah, it'll be some bullshit. But what can we do about it? What we gonna say? What y'all not doing this, not doing that? I mean, I'm not gonna lose no sleep over the shit. It's gonna be what's next for him. That's how I'm looking at it. What's gonna be next for him?
So you feel that way about any fighter?
What you mean? I feel that way about any fighter?
I'm just making sure that it ain't just Tank Davis that you feel that way about any fighter.
I'm not feeling that prayer and gold. Rah rah rah. Right? I'm not feeling that prayer and gold. Rah rah. Oh, why the fuck y'all not fighting Devin? Well,
I'm not saying all of that. I'm just saying,
like I say, I
want to feel that same way about every fighter. So if it's Teofimo Lopez and he decides to skip around everybody, he don't want to fight nobody else, that's cool.
Wait a minute, bro. I want Tank to get in there with these dudes. I said it multiple times. It's time for Tank to get in there with these dudes. The dude is 26 years of age, bro. He in his prime stage, right? He knocking motherfuckers out at 140. He knocking out the small motherfuckers. His power is carrying her. Is there. Tank is ready to get in there with them dudes, right? They supposed to set him up for Ryan Garcia. All right. They move past Ryan. Oh, shit, Devin come along. Oh, man, what's going on with Devin? What's the situation? Why y'all not fighting? What's this? What's that? Yes, it's going to be like, damn, that's some bullshit. Why is y'all not fighting Devin Haney? Yes. I'm not going to jump out the motherfucking gym and rah, bro. What's next then? What's next? It's going to be plenty of other fights out there to get made. It's like it ain't that I'm giving no Tank a pass. I'm not just going to be jumping out the gym. None of that shit. I'm not jumping out the gym on none of these Negroes. It's still going to be what's next. Who are you fighting next? Is it somebody worthy? Is it an opponent? You know what I'm saying? So it's gonna be what it's gonna be.
Big Money Texas Toledo off in that super chat. Once again, salute. He says, I was talking to a troll on the double standards. Y'all keep speaking them facts. Salute. And salute to you. Salute to you, Big Money. Yeah, I don't know, man. I just don't see the same energy with a lot of y'all that you have when it comes to a Tank Davis and say, let's say a Terrence Crawford. See, I'm gonna keep the same energy whether it's Tank Davis, Terrence Crawford, Errol Spence, but I'm not feeling that. I'm not
Let me ask you this question. What do I say about Terrence Crawford, bro?
I'm not getting that. He needs to fight the best.
right?
Why is he not fighting Sean Porter?
Exactly.
Why is he not fighting these other guys?
Exactly. So if Tank not gonna fight Devin Haney, right? If you're not gonna fight Ryan Garcia, I just said, who are you fighting next? Is it somebody with some substance? But with Terrence Crawford, I'm not jumping out the gym or down his motherfucking throat or doing this or doing that. I'm gonna keep the same energy with all of them. I'm not jumping out the gym or run over these niggas. I see the nigga who I ride for, this girl, the True Spence Jr., he's fighting everybody I want him to fight. He's doing what I want him to do. Deontay Wilder is doing what I want him to do. You feel me? So we'll just see how that shit play out with him. There's gonna be plenty of other fighters out here fighting in that year. If that shit don't happen, there's gonna be other fighters fighting the best motherfuckers. And those fighters who not fighting the best, they just gotta get what come with them. But is that gonna make me stop supporting Gervonta Davis? No, I'm still gonna ride for his ass. You feel me? I've been got on Tank ass a couple of times, saying it's time for his ass to fight the best fighters out there. People can see those videos though.
The woke sports fan, he said Floyd got Tank on the NBF plan like Aram do with his non-black fighters. They know him. He says Tank walked through all these Mexicans and Europeans. And hey, woke sports fan, he said some real shit, bro, because Tank Davis ain't fighting no black fighters. Like people talking about Canelo and this and no. Tank Davis is actually Floyd Mayweather and Leonard Ellerbee. I ain't really never seen him in the ring with a black fighter. Really, all Tank fighters pretty much Latino fighters. He don't get in the ring with black fighters at all. None. And that's some trill shit you brought up because they not making no money with their people at all. They not getting no bread with their black people. They not making no money with black fighters. They're not.
That's a fact, Shayna.
That's crazy. Let me see what Sheena said. She says that I said Floyd is gonna move Tank like he moved himself. Black versus Mexican. This is why I think Errol versus Canelo does better than Errol versus Bud. Now, Errol versus Canelo, Sheena, that does much better numbers than Errol versus Bud. But I mean, you got arguably the two biggest names in boxing, right? Bud don't have that name power that Canelo does. Everybody know that. Now, as far as Floyd Mayweather, see, that was Money Mayweather. That was when Mayweather already had put in the groundwork and did what he was supposed to do. Before Floyd Mayweather turned into Money Mayweather after he beat De La Hoya, Floyd Mayweather could have retired right there and been a Hall of Famer. We still would have remembered Floyd Mayweather 50 years from then if he had retired right after he beat De La Hoya. So Floyd Mayweather didn't move his whole career like that. That was Money Mayweather. Then he started kind of leading down that road, right? But he still fought Shane Mosley. You feel what I'm saying? So Floyd Mayweather, he pretty much fought everybody. He got to the point to where he pretty much deserved to, you know what I'm saying? He was still fighting the top names. You got to think Ricky Hatton was undefeated at the time. You know what I'm saying? Look at Cotto and look at all the names that Floyd Mayweather still fought. So it's not like that Floyd Mayweather was picking and choosing and moving strategically. Yeah, I mean, maybe his last shit. Even when he fought Marcos Maidana was dangerous. So Floyd Mayweather never really picked and chose until maybe his last fight, maybe two fights. I would say when he fought Berto, and I would say when he fought Robert Guerrero, right? Even when he fought Victor Ortiz he was coming off of dominant performances against Berto and stuff. So Floyd Mayweather was always fighting the best. I think a lot of people kind of, look back and think that Floyd Mayweather was kind of moving very carefully throughout his whole career, but he wasn't. That when Floyd Mayweather was Tank Davis's age, dude wasn't moving like that. He was fighting everybody, any and everybody that would get in the ring with him. So I agree with what you're saying, but I kind of disagree at the same time, because Floyd at that age, we got to look at the times in their career, and Floyd was moving like a straight up monster at that time in his career. You know what I'm saying?
Is when he figured out and became Money Mayweather, he figured out what sells.
Right. When
at the blacks against the
Latinos.
Yeah, that shit sells. You put the Latino fans down against the black fans, and try to build it up like that. Even with that, it still sells, but that don't mean that you're not gonna make money fighting the blacks, or the Latinos are gonna make money fighting the Latinos. But that's the game, man. They try to play the game, and that's how this shit go. Boxing is a business at the end of the day. They looking at it, they see the dollar signs. You still got to fight the best versus the best. You still got to get a fans if they want. I'm not knocking that shit. I said every time I make a Tank video, if you get to the end, I always say, I want to see Tank fight all these dudes.
If you get to the end,
it's time to fight. It's time for him to fight these dudes. You know what I mean? So, yeah, I want to see him fight.
Okay, Sheena.
Yeah, it ain't gonna make us change Mayweather and motherfucking Leonard Ellerbee, man. You know what I'm saying? They still gonna have their little situation. I think the main person that can change their mind is Gervonta Davis himself. He gonna have to change their mind. But like I say, by him, he's just a fighter, and they doing everything that they telling him they gonna do. Make him a champion, put him on pay-per-view, this, that. So it's gonna be hard for him to even go against their ass. You feel me? But if they go outside the box and they saying they want to get these certain fighters, and sometimes y'all get Tank credit for this shit, but then y'all take the shit back. But yes, I want to see him fight Devin. I want to see him fight T.O. I want to see him fight Ryan. I want to see him fight all them dudes. But even if they want to fight him, that don't mean that the fight just gonna get made because Tank want to fight him. It's still gonna be shit in the position. We seen Teofimo Lopez saying he the A side. We seeing Floyd saying, "Oh well, Tank the A side." You know what I'm saying? So it's still gonna be a hassle trying to make that shit happen. But to put it in motion and see if it happened, that'd be good too. But it ain't like that shit just gonna happen because we said, "Oh, it's time for y'all to fight each other."
And she said when Floyd moved himself. Yeah, and I feel what you're saying. At the very end of his career, he's moving Tank like he moved at the very end of his career. But it's like, man, Tank gotta you gotta put him in there with the best. Like you know what I'm saying? But Floyd was the main one that was crying about all these guys. You know, these guys want to be, they want to be Money Mayweather. But they don't want to do what Pretty Boy. They don't want to go through the Pretty Boy Floyd Mayweather era, right? He doing that with his fighter. He's skipping straight to the Money Mayweather. But I mean, at the end of the day, like my man said earlier in the comments, if we continue to pay for it, they're gonna continue to do it. So they telling you what they doing, they showing it to you, and they putting it right up in front of your face. And telling you still gonna buy it anyway. Hey, it's a dirty game. KG, what's happening with it? He say, shout out my dude Key and Big Stepper. As always, talking that boxing. Salute and hit the like button. It's free. Yeah, y'all hit my like button. If you in the building, make sure that y'all hit the like button. Make sure that y'all hit the like button. It don't cost nothing. And appreciate you, KG, always showing love coming through the building. But yeah, and I understand boxing is a business, and boxing is sickening. It's becoming sickening the way that the business of boxing is being moved nowadays. You know what I'm saying? I want to go back to how it was when I fell in love with boxing as a kid, but it's probably gonna get worse than what we see it now. It's continuing to get worse in every year. And who knows, 10 years from now, this shit might be the WWE. For real. This shit might be the WWE 10 years from now, but I'm not going to rock with it. I stand on my square, and I say the same thing for all fighters. I want to see the best fighting the best. And I'm not cool with that. Oh, well, I'm cool with it because it's a business and I got to understand. No, I don't. I know it's a business, but at the same time, it can be a business and it can be a sport, a competitive sport at the same time where you still fighting the best. Basketball is a business, but the best still going to play the best at the end of the year. You see what I'm saying? Football is a business, but they ain't picking and choosing what teams they want to play. The best is still going to play the best at the end of the year. Soccer, tennis, every sport, UFC, all of that, all of those sports are a business. So boxing is a business. That's not an excuse to me, because I see other combat sports, they're a business also, but they still, boxing is going to be what it is, man. And as long as we continue to pay for this shit, that's what they're going to give us.
Like I said, I don't like when people compare boxing to all the other sports. And people say it all the time. People go pay for what they want. You don't have to pay it. You don't have to watch. You know what I'm saying? They say it all the time.
Talk about boxing says it's almost impossible to get fights you actually want to see. That's why I'm so geeked up about this Wilder versus Fury. But you see shit. Look what Wilder had to go through just to get that third Fury fight. You know what I'm saying? Look what he had to go through. I'm geeked up to see this Errol Spence and Manny Pacquiao. That's why we're gonna get a rematch between Teofimo Lopez and Lomachenko. That's why we kind of gotta, I put these guys that I just named, all these dudes, I put them on a high pedestal because they doing things. Josh Taylor, look what he did. They doing things that other fighters or other promoters or whoever run them, they not doing. So I think they should be held in a higher standard than the rest of these fighters. That's just me. Because they showing that, that they got big nuts and they willing to do that what these other fighters won't do because boxing is a business. But that's just what it is, man. Yes, sir. What else you got, Money?
Not touched on everything on that topic.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Tomorrow, I'm gonna say that for tomorrow. I got something else I want to cook on, but I'm gonna save it for tomorrow, pretty much. You know what I'm saying? And make sure that y'all smash on my like button. Like I said, it don't cost nothing. I appreciate everybody that came through the building. Make sure that you don't forget tonight at 8 p.m. Central Time, 8 p.m. Central Time. The Big Stepper, Money Brown TV will be on, right? He will be coming on tonight at 8 p.m. Central Time. And let them know what you got for tonight's show, Money.
Now, we just cooking up some stuff. Cooking up on basically some of the stuff we was touching on. The Errol Spence, the Manny Pacquiao, Gervonta Davis, his pay-per-view numbers. Caleb Plant, Canelo. And what else? Caleb Plant, Canelo, Errol Spence, Pacquiao. Oh, yeah, Wilder and Fury. So just some topics that's up and coming. I want to touch on a few things. So, like he said, y'all come through, show love, man. 8 p.m. Central Time, 6 o'clock Pacific, 9 o'clock Eastern. Appreciate everybody for coming out, showing love, rocking out. Thanks to everybody for the super chats. Y'all know we can't do it without y'all. Follow me on Instagram too, y'all. Money_the writer. Right? I just left a badass post over there. The favorite fighters be jumping in and out. That's what I'm saying. We're doing good work over there. And y'all know, slap through the night, man. Appreciate y'all. Continue to keep supporting my brother Key. And make sure y'all throw them prayers up for our brother, World Combat Sports Scotty. He's battling that COVID. You know what I mean? We're trying to get him to pull through that so he can get back out here in this boxing field and do what he love to do. Go subscribe to our brother, Knockout Boxing 86 TV. Go subscribe to our brother, World Combat Sports TV. We wish him all the best, man. We're pulling for you, Scotty, and you will bounce back, champ. Other than that, y'all know how your boy get down, man. Big dog status, family.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. And at the end of the day, Tank Davis is a monster. My bad, y'all. Tank Davis is a beast. You know what I'm saying? It's a beast. And that's why we talk about Tank Davis. Want to see Floyd Mayweather and Leonard Ellerbee move him different because he need to be in the ring with the best, man. And Tank Davis is going to be real scary if he really ever get on his shit. 100% his shit. Because y'all seeing Tank Davis probably at 65, 70% of himself because he continues to blow up in weight after fights. If Tank Davis get on that nigga with the shag shit, how y'all see Errol Spence, how he done stayed in shape throughout the whole past year, you haven't seen him walking around overweight. If Tank Davis ever get on that to where he keep his weight down within, 10, 15 pounds at most of his fighting weight, and he go into camp and all he got to do is work on his sharpness and skills, he gonna be scary. He gonna be scary. Tank Davis is doing what he doing on, a little over a half a tank. You know what I'm saying? So that man is gonna be scary. But I appreciate everybody everybody that came through showing us love. Always appreciate it. Make sure that y'all hit the like button before y'all move out. And y'all already know they ain't gonna talking that boxing again. And we gone.